Hey everybody, today I want to talk to you about the book Loving versus Virginia. It's the true story of how blacks and whites won the right to marry interracially in Virginia. It happened not in the 1800s, not even in the early 1900s, but in late 1960s. The story starts out with a marriage between Mildred, a black girl, and Richard Loving, a white man, in 1955. They had fallen in love, found themselves pregnant, and decided to do what they thought was the honorable thing and get married. But because they could not legally be married in Virginia, they had to go just north to Washington, D.C., where the ceremony was performed and the marriage legalized. This next part I'm going to read to you is when they return home to Virginia and try to spend the night together in their marriage bed as a legally wed couple. Friday, July 11th, 1958. Richard and I go to bed downstairs on a hot, sticky night. Nothing unusual for a Virginia summer. Sydney sleeps upstairs now. Our bedroom door is open to catch any little breeze that might come along to give us relief. I dream the car engine roars, brakes squeal. You know, the way a dream pulls sound from the awake world to make a dream story. I realized later that's what I did. I open my eyes to the beam of light shining through the window in the hall outside our bedroom. Then, blinding light right in my eyes. I'm ready to scream, but Richard's spoon behind me must have woke me up and pulled me tight into his body, which stops the scream. Then a cruel voice right over me said, "Who's that woman you're sleeping with?" I can't see who's speaking with the light in my eyes. He's talking to Richard, of course. Richard says nothing, not sure he's even truly awake. He just pulls me tighter still. "I'm his wife," I say. It makes me feel brave. I'm his wife. Richard lifts onto his elbow, takes his arm away from me to shield the light from his eyes. Richard points to the marriage certificate framed on the wall behind us. Beam of light leaves our faces to shine on the certificate, so I can see it's Sheriff Brooks and two deputies. But I already knew that. "Not here, she ain't," says the sheriff. "Come on, get dressed, let's go." I scurry up the stairs, pull on yesterday's dress. The whole house is awake. Mama, Daddy, Otha, Lewis, Garnet. No one says a word. They don't dare. Mama watches me go off with the white men. Get in the car, go to jail. So she is sentenced to 1 year of jail, as is Richard, or they can have deferred sentencing if they agree to not come back to Virginia for 25 years. Obviously, neither option is fair, and so they decide to sue the state of Virginia. And we have Loving versus Virginia, the true story of how they won the right to be legally married. You can find it in our high school library in the Books in Verse, or you can ask Mrs. Gumtoe. Hope you enjoy.